In this session, we are discussing another problem on this formal language, and this problem came in the GATE exam 2007. Okay, now what is the problem? The two grammars are given below, so G1 and G2, and they generate language over the alphabets X, Y and Z. The G1 is having the production rules like this one, and G2 is having the production rules like this one. Which of the following choices is correct for the produced strings from these grammars? So they are making pair of inferences. We shall have to tell which option is correct and is applicable. Okay, now we shall go for that. So now here you see, if you consider grammar G1, just consider grammar G1, it cannot produce null. It produce at least one X or one Z will be produced, and they may also repeat. So if you consider these four productions, they can produce your X plus Z whole plus. They can produce X plus Z whole plus, and this S can also be replaced by X, this S can also be replaced by Z. So they can produce X plus Z whole plus. Okay. Otherwise, they can produce X plus Z whole plus or whole star also, because S produces YB, I can apply that one for the first time. At the first time I can also apply. In that case, X and Z combinations will not be coming. So in that case, it will produce X plus Z whole star Y, and then B can produce, B can, you see, just see, B can produce Y and Z combinations. Any kind of combinations of Y and Z, and that is nothing but Y plus Z whole plus, because it cannot produce any kind of null string. So obviously I can write X plus Z whole plus X plus Z whole star Y and Y plus Z whole plus. So that is my regular expression for the grammar G1. Now let us consider grammar G2. In case of grammar G2, we will be having multiple combinations of Y and Z, but if it comes to X, if we apply this one, so it will come to X and then B, and B will produce at least one Y and then terminate. Otherwise, Y and S again, so they will go on applying again and again. So they will make different kind of strings. They cannot produce kappa, but they can produce strings over X, Y and XY. That means the string which will be generated by grammar G2 will be Y plus Z plus XY whole plus. So Y plus Z plus XY whole plus. So that will be the regular expression that can be generated from this grammar G2. So now let us come here. So we are having four options are there, four options. So now we are telling that option A is correct. Why? I am just checking this one. No Y appears before any X. Yes. So before X, Y cannot come. It is true for that. And next one is every X is followed by at least one Y. It's true that every X will be followed by at least one Y. So that's why I'm selecting option number A. You can read the other options, obviously they will not match, but obviously you should check that the other options are also invalid. Okay, think. After making X only, then B can be replaced by Y. So it's quite true that each and every Y must be preceded by one occurrence of X. So each and every X, rather I should say in this way, if and every X must be followed by one Y. So that's why every X is followed by at least one Y. So this particular statement is true for G2, and no Y appears before any X. It is true for G1. You can read other inferences, comments, you can find that they are not applicable. In this way, such problems can be solved. Thanks for watching this video.